Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we will take a look at this price pattern that you can see here on my screen, and it will be double top and double bottom price pattern. So I will firstly start with showing you how you can spot these patterns by using MQL5. Okay, so I will show you the way how to spot patterns like this, and after that I will also open buy and sell positions based on the patterns, and we will see how it goes. Based on this website, these patterns should have a success rate of 75 and 78%, so it will be interesting to test this out. Before we start with the coding part, I would also like to encourage you to check out the website which is in the description of this video. You can find a lot of free indicators there that you can use for your own trading. Yeah, and now let's get to the video. So, so let's start by discussing how we can spot these patterns. It's nothing too difficult if you know how to do it, and I will show you how to do it. So I will go here to my MT5, and you can see that I have already deployed the zigzag indicator on here. Zigzag indicator because we will be using zigzag in order to spot these patterns, because with zigzag everything's easier. So for example, just by looking at the screen, I can see a few of these patterns. So this is, for example, our first double top. So what is double top is that you have these two tops, okay, so two highs that are approximately on the same price, okay. Then you have this dip right here, and then how you trade it is that you wait for the price to, okay, so here you start, it creates this dip in the price, then it goes back, it creates a new high which is approximately the same as the previous high, okay. So you have your double top, and then you wait for the price to go below this low, okay, and you enter your position right here. So this is how you would trade the double top, and the double bottom is exactly the same. You just like reverse it. So let's find double bottom. So this is not a perfect double bottom right here. Sorry, where was it? Okay, this is not exactly like, it's not precise, but just to demonstrate how you would enter this, it will be enough. So this is your first low, then high, second low. They are close to each other. They are not, but let's just say that they are. And then you wait for the price to go above this previous high, and you enter buy position. So that's how you trade the double top and double bottom. So let's create an EA based on it. So I'll go to the MT5 editor. I will go to the experts folder, YouTube folder right here. I will create a new file, and let's call it double top and bottom. Okay. So yeah, you are good to go. So I will just delete all of these comments right here. So we have a free workspace. Okay, good. So the first thing is the same thing as like, this is what we have to do when we want to create expert advisor. We have to include our trade/trade.mqh class, and then create an instance of this class. So this allows us to open buy and sell positions. So then double ask price, bid price. So these prices are used in opening buy and sell positions, and I want to create these variables on the global scope so I can use them in separate functions later. And here on tick function I can already assign ask price to the ask variable and bid price to the bid variable. Okay, so that's great. Let's continue. So the first step is that since we are using zigzag indicator, we need to get zigzag values and this will be our first step. So let's get to it. So zigzag indicator is a custom indicator. So when we're working with custom indicators, what we have to do is that we have to firstly define that custom indicator as our resource in the script. So that's what I will do now. So it's very simple, a double backslash indicators examples zigzag x5. This depends on your file location. Okay, so in my case, my zigzag indicator is like in this indicators folder. This will be the same for all of us, but then I have my examples folder with indicators, and there is my zigzag. Okay, so this may be different with your zigzag indicator, so just keep in mind that this can change based on your location. And this is all we need for now. Then we need to create 3 input variables. So zigzag indicator takes 3 positional arguments, and for each of those arguments we will create an input variable. So input integer, and now how are they called? Depth, deviation, backstep, I think. So depth is 12, input integer deviation is 5, and input integer backstep is 3. So these are the initial values, I think, for the zigzag indicator. And then what we also have to do is that we have to create a handle, so integer zigzag handle, and we have to assign value to the handle on int function. So I custom, so for the current symbol, current period, and now. We have to type the directory of the zigzag indicator once again, but now we don't start with the double backslash. We start with this, and the rest is the same. So indicators examples zigzag.ex5, and then we have to input all of the parameters that the indicator takes. So it's depth, deviation, okay, and backstep. So now we can work with the zigzag. Okay, sorry, it just hurts for some reason to talk. I don't know why. Just 1 second, please. Okay, so let's continue. So the second step is that we need to get values of the zigzag indicator, and it's a little bit different for the zigzag indicator than for the rest of the indicators, because we have to loop back through the zigzag values in order to find those high and lows. Okay, so let's do that. So let's create a void function. Let's call it get zigzag values. Okay. And here are some important things that we have to firstly declare, and after that we can get those values. So the first thing we have to declare is how many zigzag values do we need. Okay, so this may change on the price pattern that you are looking for, but in our case we only need, okay, let me think about it. So this is 1, 2, we just need, let's go with 4. Okay, so with zigzag we have to like understand that okay, we need 3 values. We need 3 values. Okay, so let's declare it on the global scope here. So integer, static integer find values is equal to 3, and then what I will do is that I will create an array for zigzag values. Okay, so in this array I will store all of the zigzag values, and on init function I will resize that array. So zigzag values, and it will have size of find value with reserve size of 0. Great. So that's all I need, I guess. Yeah, that's all I need. So let's proceed. So now we get to the part where we try to get the zigzag values out of the zigzag indicator, and we want to store those values into the zigzag values array. I hope that makes sense. So for this we need to create while loop, okay, while, and our condition is that we want to loop until we find our three values. So I will create integer variable called found values, which is initially set to 0 because we haven't found any value, and we will make we will use this found values variable as our condition. So while found values is equal than 3, okay, so okay, is not equal to 3. This will be better. So until we haven't found 3 values, we want to loop back. Okay, so this is good. So now integer iteration. So we need to keep track of our iteration, yeah, and we will start at value 1 because for value 0 we always get the current price, and we want to do, and we don't want to get the current price, we want to like get the previous zigzag prices or values. So now let's also create a temporary array. Okay, so this temporary array will be used for getting the latest zigzag value, yeah, and we will use that temporary array in the copy buffer function, which will run on the each iteration. So handle is zigzag handle, buffer number is 0, and now starting position will be equal to iteration. So we increase the starting position as we progress with the while loop, and count will be 1 because we only want to get the current value of that index, let's say. Okay, so, and we will store it into the temp array, and now we can check. So if temp array at position 0, so if our zigzag value is not 0, now I'm not sure if zigzag shows a 0 or empty value, so just let me check it here in the data window. Okay, I have, okay, so it shows empty value, so it's not empty value. So if there is an actual value under the zigzag indicator, I can show you here. So here you can see that there's like no peak or bottom, therefore there is no value right here. And when I change this to the candlestick where the peak is, you can see that there's our current price. So those values do match, yeah. So that's what we are looking for. Then what we can do is that we can do zigzag values at position found values is equal to temporary array at position 0, and then we increase the found values by 1, and this will be this, and iteration we will increase it by 1. So yeah, that's our value for getting the zigzag values. So, and we will call this on, we don't have to do this on every tick, so that's why I will create this static integer variable called last candle is equal to 0. Integer candles is bars, sorry, symbol period current, and if last candle is not equal to candles, then we will get zigzag values, and we will also update the last candle to candles. So this ensures that we get the zigzag values once per every candlestick. Sorry. Okay, so now we can continue. Now I will create 2 functions, one for each of the patterns. So let's create boolean boolean because it will return either true or false value based on the pattern. Okay, so if we find the pattern that we are looking for, then it will return value of true. If not, it's false. So find double bottom, we can start with that, and I will also create find double top, and we can start with, okay, so let's start with this function right here. So it will be pretty easy. So we can create variables. So this is, for example, our okay, so now let's make sure that we all understand the names of the variables. So it will be first value. So the first value, let's say that this is our first, second, and third value. Okay, so the first value is our most recent value of the zigzag indicator. This is second, this is third, just to make sure. So first value is equal to zigzag values of position 1. And then I will just copy this here. So first, second, and third. Okay, and I'll just change these numbers here. So now it will be much easier to work with it. And I will do the same thing for the double top. Yeah, so return false, return false as well. Okay, good. So now it's actually pretty simple. There will be one thing that we have to figure out, and that is our distance. Okay, so like the logic behind this pattern is that the double tops or double bottoms are approximately close to each other. Yeah, now the question is what that means, because we can set that distance in points, for example. So for example, we can set it to, I don't know, if we look at here, this is the distance of 25 points. Okay, but we have to keep in mind that this distance will change based on the time frame, because what we do here is that we visually look at the chart and we visually know if this is close to each other or not. But if we change this to 50-minute time frame, then 25 points look different on the 50-minute time frame than on 1 hour time frame. Yeah, that makes sense. So what I will do is that I will use ATR indicator. So ATR gives you the average true range, and we can use this value in order to spot values close to each other. Yeah, so let's do that. Let's deal with the ATR. So integer ATR handle, and here ATR handle is equal to ATR symbol period, and we can give it value of 14. And then what we do here is that I will create ATR is equal to 0, then double ATR temp array, so ATR temporary array, and we can do copy buffer here, ATR handler 0, 0, 1, ATR temporary array, and ATR is equal to ATR temporary array at position 0. Good. So yeah, so this is all we need to do for the ATR. And then also we need a new input, double let's say distance coefficient, let's set this to 0.2. Okay, so now we multiply the ATR by this coefficient right here, and this is like our maximum distance those peaks or bottoms can be from each other. Yeah. Okay, so what do we have here? So let's get back here and let's work. So for the for the double bottom, the first thing we have to make sure is that the values are in the right, how to say it, you will know what I mean from this. So the first value is lower than second value and second value is higher in order, yeah, the right order. So third value and math absolute. So now we calculate the distance between the first value minus third value is lower or equal than ATR times distance coefficient. So if this happens, then we have found our double bottom. That's great. Perfect. And now we can do something like this. We'll just change the signs here and everything stays the same. I just forgot to paste it below this double top. Okay, so what to do now? So I think that I can already create the orders. Okay, so when you are working with a pattern like this, you don't open buy and sell positions. Yeah, you set orders. In this case, it's buy stop, sell stop. Okay, so I'll show you. So let's say that this is our double top. Okay, and when this pattern how to say it, when this pattern appears, so that would be, for example, on this candlestick right here, you don't want to open buy or this case sell position immediately. What you want to do is that you want to place a sell stop order right here, and you want to wait for the price to breach that sell stop and open sell position at this point. So that's what you will do. Okay, it's weird, it really hurts. Yeah, so let's continue. Okay, so let's just do, and also I will do something like this, static integer last order bar 0 first last order bar. Just 1 second, I will make sure. Okay, so this is just to make sure that we don't open multiple orders on the same pattern. Yeah. So let's just paste it here without the first bracket and right here. Good. So let's start with the double top. It really doesn't matter, but let's start. So double top. So double bottom, it's down, so we open buy position. So buy stop 0.01 price. So we want to open that on the second value. Symbol is symbol, stop loss, I don't know, let's go with the third value, or math min, lower of the third value and first value, double take profit. It will be second value plus the distance between the second value minus the first value. So this is something that can be changed. Time current plus, I don't know, let's give it like 12 hours. Okay, so it will expire after 12 hours. This can be also changed. And yeah, so let's do the same thing for our sell stop. So second value math max. So this will be the same thing. Second value. So this is the minus first value minus the second value, and this should say the same, so cell stop. Okay, so I think that this will work. So let's see if this works. So how did we call the functions? So find double bottom and find double top, and this will be interesting to see. So let's go back here, let's open the tester window, and so double, it was there. Where is it? Come on. Yeah, come on, where is it? Double top and bottom. Okay, so let's see what will happen. Let's firstly like fast forward here just to see if we will be able to get some positions. Okay, so we are not receiving any positions. So let's check the journal. There are no issues in the journal. So what that means is that there are no patterns based on the formula that we described. So let's try one thing. Let's try to increase the ATR value, and now we will be able to see if the issue is with the ATR or not. Okay, so yeah, so that's great, because now we know that we haven't found any patterns earlier because of the ATR distance. Now we find the patterns, but we can't open the orders because we have invalid stops. So let's check the invalid stops and let's repair it. Okay, so it was for the cell stop, so double top, so the first, second, third. Okay, so where was the issue? Once again, I will start. Is there? I will start it and I will check the issue more. So yeah, so we are setting take. So stop loss seems fine. Take profit. Why should I? Why would I do something like this? So stop loss seemed fine. So this is a stop loss. This is a take profit. So there is an issue with the take profit. So let's check it. So okay, let's just try to do like just to test this out, if this works, if there's an issue with something else. Okay, so for some reason yeah, this is it. So no, it's not that. Okay, so static number, I'll just make sure, and here I want to comment out. So first val is equal to first value, second val is equal to second value, and third val is equal to third value. So just to check if you are working with the right values as well. Okay, so yeah, it does Mhm. Okay, so I didn't think that. Let's try to take all of this and paste it here. Okay. Maybe that was an issue. Yeah, that was an issue. Okay. So this was an issue because it wasn't an empty value. It was something different and we had to do it like this. So yeah, so that was an issue. We found it. So, or not issue, an error, and we found that error. So that's a good thing. And let's see what we get here. Also, I will change this to 0.5 because now we know where the issue is or where the issue was. I don't know why I'm saying issue. Okay, so this is it. Yeah, this works perfectly. So this is our pattern, basically. Yeah, so this is our first, second, and here we wait for the sell signal. One thing that I don't like is that we have seen that this was placed before the peak was done, basically. Yeah, so that's what. Yeah, so we have to change that, and it won't be difficult. It will be very easy. Let's just change this. So in order to do this, we need to find 4 values, and we will just 1 2 3 1 2 3, and it will be okay. So let's start once again, and now it should work okay, but the issue is with the ATR. So there are a lot of things that I'm changing here, but okay. And also, why isn't it working? Is that because sorry, I'm just forgetting these things to add and change, so sorry for that, but now it should work okay. Okay, so this is our first double top. So this is our double top. It was in the range, and this is where we open sell position and it goes down. So let's wait for more. So this is our next double top. So this was in the range. The range can be changed in the inputs menu. Yeah, so this is our range. We wait for the price to break this price right here. It does. We open sell position. So this is our double bottom right here, and we open buy position at this point. Okay, so this seems that it works. The pattern works. Now the second thing is that does the indicator or does the concept work? Can this be profitable? And I will firstly try to optimize this in a very simple way, and that will be just by changing the distance. So let's go to 0 to 1, and I will also change the depth. So start increase by 6, and let's go, I don't know, 64, something like this. So let's see, can this be profitable? Also, I'm optimizing this. Oh, I don't want to optimize it on the last 10 years. Let's optimize it over the last 4 years. And maybe I should change the time frame to 1 hour, because with price action patterns, the 1 hour tends to work better than 15-minute time frame. But yeah, who knows? So yeah, this looks nice. This looks really nice. Okay, so let's wait for the test to complete. There are there are only 81 iterations, so it should be pretty fast. Okay. Okay, so obviously, like the concept, I don't have issue with the concept. Are the results great? Well, it depends. We are testing it over 4 years. So if you divide, for example, 187 divided by 4, it's 40, how much? 46, 47, I don't know, something like this. Yeah, something like this. So you have 46 positions per year. If you divide it into, so it's like 4 positions per month. It's 1 position per week. Yeah, so it really depends on your preferences. Is 1 position per week enough for you, or is it not? So I will close this. I will test it. So let's test this. Okay. This seems really nice. So what I would do, like if you want to turn this into profitable EA, I would change a few things. Firstly, we can add take profit and stop loss that we can change, and the take profit and stop loss will be based on the ATR. Okay, so double take profit QF, input double stop loss. Can be 5. Okay, so now what I will do is that I will change this. So for the buy stop, it will be second value minus ATR times stop loss QF, and for the take profit, it will be second value plus ATR times take profit QF. Okay, so by doing this, we like make it more dynamic. Okay, so second value plus second value minus take profit QF. Okay, so this seems okay. So now we can optimize it with the take profit and stop losses. So this should be fun, and we can start at 0.5, increase by 0.5, and let's go to the 5 ATRs and stop loss 1, 0.5 to 10 ATRs. Okay, so this should be fun. So let's see how this performs. So yeah, do I think that this can work? Yes. You can either use this on its own, like I'm using it right now, so no additional filters, nothing like that. Or you can use it as, for example, as an entry signal for your other EA that, for example, uses different filters to make sure that, I don't know, like, but you know what I mean. You can make it as, you can use it as an additional confirmation filter or something like this, and based on the results it can definitely work well. So yeah, also what I like to do, because some of my EAs that I use, they open a few positions per year. Yeah, I have one EA, it's Messiah EA, and you can find it on my website. It's a premium EA, so you have to pay for it. I think it costs 187 USD. But for example, this EA, it doesn't use any trailing stop break, even grid martingale, anything like this. It only uses take profits and stop losses, and these take profits and stop losses are really huge. So for example, it's like 2000 points take profit, 1050 points stop loss, so it's like a really huge take profit and stop loss. And I have optimized this EA like over the last 10 years or so, and what I found out is that it really works great, but the issue is that it only opens, for example, 200 positions over those 10 last years, which is a really low number. So what I've done after that is that I have optimized this EA on multiple symbols. So for example, on 8, 9, 10 symbols. And for each of those symbols, I was able to find profitable settings over the last 10 years. Yeah. But each of those settings like yielded, for example, 200 or 300 positions. So what I've done is that I have taken all of these symbols or all of these settings on different symbols. I have meshed it together into one expert advisor, which I use. And this expert advisor opens a lot of positions. And that's because I am using it on 8 or 10 multiple symbols at once. So if you have issue with low number of positions, then you can optimize the EA on more symbols and mesh it together so it yields more positions. So that's how I approach this. Just 1 second. Okay, I am back. So with the optimization, it takes some time, so I won't wait here, but we can test, for example, this out. And yeah, so this obviously uses small take profit, huge stop loss. So, but if it works, it works. Yeah, like it's not an issue to use high stop loss, low take profit if it works. You can see it here. So let's find something that doesn't do that. So is there something which uses approximately the, okay, so this looks fine with me. And yeah, if it works, it works. Okay, so I think I won't optimize this on different symbols because yeah, I think that this principle or this concept would be profitable, or you would get almost the same results on different symbols as well. So yeah, I like it, to be honest. I like it, I do. So this is something that you can use in your real EAs. Also, I wanted to say one thing and I forgot what was it. Okay, so what did I want to tell you? Yeah, very important. So if you check here, you can see that the success rate is 75-78%. I don't know, like, what counts as a success or not, because obviously this depends on take profit and stop loss. Yeah, if you set take profit like 50 points and stop loss 5,000 points, then the success rate will be 98%. Yeah, if you set stop loss 100 points, take profit 2,000 points, then the success rate will be 20-25%, something like this. So it really doesn't make sense to like say success rate without telling us what's the take profit and stop loss. Maybe they say it here. Okay, as you can see, the double bottom is slightly more effective breakout pattern, reaching its target. Okay, so what is its target? Okay, so let's try to find. Okay, so this will be interesting. Please don't close the video because they tell us what are the targets. So the pattern is considered a success, so a win, when price covers the same distance following the breakout as the distance from the double high to the recent swing low point. Okay, so they tell us take profit. they don't tell us stop loss. So it's the same thing. If I use this as a take profit, okay, but I set my stop loss like 5,000 points below or above, then it really doesn't make sense. Yeah, so this will be all for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Bye.